It's your boy Jermaine. I'm letting my battery charge for my jacket inside. So my jacket's off. I got shorts on. So that's why I got this other blanket on top. Well, no, this is not a blanket. This is actually a hoodie. Another jacket or whatever. And that's what I got going on. This is just a random live stream. I thought I would go online. I have like some videos in the queue that I can upload, but they're like all 360 videos, so maybe I will upload one of those later. Yeah. So how was it going, everyone? How's it going? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Just sitting back, hanging out. It's such a nice day today. Such a nice day. I think I'll make some 360 videos today. And yeah, this is what I got going on. How are y'all? How was the week for everyone? I see that there are people in the chat, but I haven't seen any comments in the chat, so I don't really know what that means. Maybe y'all are watching and driving and not trying to send messages while you're driving. That's a good. Or maybe better yet, maybe you riding the bike. Yeah. So I'll just like sit, hang out for a little bit, chill. And I don't know, if no one responds, I'll just kind of sit back and just talk as if I'm just making a video and not a stream. But hopefully someone says something down there. For a minute, I thought I had the stream on private, but I don't have it on private because I see people like in the stream, and I also see the thumbs up. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So what am I gonna do today? So I'm gonna go out and see some sights around the city for sure, and go on a bike ride. I think that'll be kind of cool. Leto, Ohio, what's good? What's good? You in? No, Idaho. Leto, Idaho. How's it going? All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Jay? Nothing much. Nothing much. Just kinda, you know, just hanging out. Thought I would do a little quick stream. I'm in the bathroom at a truck stop. Oh, that makes sense. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, James. Yeah. I don't know. Like the rain stopped and it's just really boring. Cause it's, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the rain is entertaining, but after the rain stopped, it's like nothing kind of changed. It's like the same thing, It's just, kind of quiet, kind of boring, TikTok. And I'm so happy that it's not raining because it's beautiful today, and last week wasn't the same. Last week was like just raining all day. We had a couple good days last week. What up, Cooler 3000? How is it going, bro? Everything's going good. I'm just taking it easy. I don't mean to like be depressed or anything. I'm just just kind of waking up and yeah, just yeah, just waking up, just kind of, chilling. Um, yeah, bored, yeah, that's kind of it. That's what I got going on. That's just what I got going on. I was talking to someone I know in the city that um kind of hangs out with like the messengers, and he's getting ready to go to South Africa, and I was just like, giving him some pointers. Not really giving him pointers, but just saying, oh, I stayed here and I stayed in this neighborhood, and there's nice beaches here, and tabletop mountains over there, and just kind of like talking about South Africa, right? And last weekend I watched this really good show about South Africa, about Namibia, and they were talking about the landscape and why there's like few people living there. I don't know. And then now it's just I don't know. I kind of want to travel, like I really do, but it's just like traveling is like not really a thing for me anymore. You know. Then I went to a show last night, and then I'm thinking the next time I travel, it's just gonna be like this same music at the show. So I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking about that. Like that's something I'm kind of thinking about. Like I remember I used to like do freelance travel and budget traveling and just awesome adventures, and like I just don't do those things anymore. This is a travel channel. This is definitely not a travel channel. This is a Jermaine Ellis channel. Yeah, you almost slept on the side of the road and essay. Um, I didn't almost get to sleeping on the side of the road. It would have been a couple of more hours before I would have, got to that point. But I don't think I would have slept there because people would not have let me sleep there because of lions. And also, I probably would not have went to sleep there because of lions make a lot of noise. You know. Yeah, I am. I am a traveler, but like I'm not. This is not a travel channel. That's one thing I kind of like regret when I started traveling in the world. I really wish I would have made a travel channel and just put travel stuff on there because I could have made a travel channel, put stuff on the travel channel, and not go back to the travel channel if I'm not traveling. You get what I'm saying? Because now, if I do go travel, I would have to. It just depends on where I'm going. Like, so people aren't gonna really watch because people just like the San Francisco stuff. So I mean, I don't know. That's kind of how it goes. If it was traveling content, it probably would have had some of the same similar problems because what happens when you travel, like especially a country like the Philippines, if you go to the Philippines, they're gonna promote your content to people that live in that country. So you're gonna get a lot of views. I'm using the Philippines for an example. Other countries do this, but not all countries do this, right? Where they'll promote your videos to people within that country, and then you'll have a lot of people from that country subscribe, and you're gonna see your numbers like go through the roof, right? But then when you leave the Philippines, because they speak a lot of English throughout the Philippines, when you leave the Philippines, you don't necessarily lose the subscribers, but you lose the views. Because if you are in the Philippines and you're talking about, Filipino stuff and this city, that city, this food, that food, well, Filipino people are gonna be interested in that. But if you leave the Philippines and go to a country like just, I'm not talking about Thailand. Even if you went to Thailand, you would see the numbers drop. But if you went to like just a very different country, like if you went from the Philippines and you went like to the UK, you're gonna see your views drop a whole lot because people that live in the Philippines, they're probably not too, you know what I mean? They're probably not that crazy about the UK, and if they were, they would just go to channels about the UK. So that's one thing about like travel content. Travel content doesn't really. I hear some travel YouTubers that say that they make like a lot of money, but when I really like start to crunch the numbers, I'm trying to figure out like how is that possible? You know, I'm not saying maybe they have some other deals, like some brand deals or something like that. But I've heard some travel YouTubers, some big travel YouTubers say that, you know, they made like maybe that was their highest gross month. And also during COVID times, CPMs are much higher because for travel content, it wasn't that many people making travel content. So I don't know, maybe the CPMs are just really high. But then in some of these countries, I don't know how high the CPMs can even get, you know. Mm, I first watched the unsafe way video, then I discovered the travel videos after I get encouraged by the look of it. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I used to make a lot of different videos all the time, travel videos. I mean, I actually have a lot of videos that I've made that I've uploaded to this channel that I haven't even put out because of I just don't know. Like they're just very different videos. You know what I mean? Like I've made some fashion videos I haven't put out yet. I made a couple videos talking about the pain of going home. You know, I don't think I ever released those videos after watching them. You know, 5 reasons why I like hate traveling home. You know, I just wouldn't want people back home to see videos like that. Um, and then for the most part, I'm trying to stay away from like a lot of negative topics. I get it that a lot of folks want to see negativity because whenever I go through YouTube, if it's not a documentary, if it's not like someone making like a 15-minute or a 20-minute documentary, a lot of the stuff I watch is like very negative. And it's easy to be a creator and you're watching other negativity and then you want to share out negativity. And that's what I'm trying not to do. You know, and so many people in the comments, they definitely want me to talk about this thing in San Francisco and talk about that thing in San Francisco. But, you know, everything is so political. Everything's so political, you know? If you talk about one particular thing that happened in the city, it's such a like a political debate and it shouldn't be like everything shouldn't be about like, you know, this or that, like you with them or you're not with them. You know, that's why I'm like just getting to the point where like I just want to like make like you know family friendly content because it's just I don't know. Am I making any sense? Can totally relate to the traveling. I always encourage others, especially young people, to see the world. Yes, I definitely encourage young people to see the world for sure because it is a beautiful, beautiful place. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I just paused the microphone really fast. Shouldn't just like come out here like boo is to come out and do this and then do that and then go back in and then do this. I'm probably gonna stream for like another like couple minutes. Would you ever consider making shorts or cooking videos on vegan versions of international foods? Also, because you have traveled around the world a lot. Um, yeah, definitely that's something I could do. Making more short videos. It's not so easy to do it on international food when you're not in that country, you know? Just because I may have to get some of those international foods and then I have to figure out how to prepare them, right? Um, yeah. I haven't been making reels lately. It's kind of hard to make reels and make videos and make 360 videos and go live. It's kind of hard to do all of those at the same time. So this past week I made like, some videos, some short some I uploaded some videos this week, but it's kind of hard to do all three. And then sometimes if I do all three, they're gonna come from the same video. Like I make one 360 video, and then I make one regular flat video, and then I make a short off of that 360 video. So I don't want to have all of those come out at the same time. I don't know if anyone can get what I'm saying with that. Headphone, and it's too quiet. Oh, my voice is really quiet. I had my microphone muted for a second. So I see Pat Jones is over here. If you keep saying hi, I'm probably gonna think that you're trolling, I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. Like, okay, let's put you in timeout. I don't know. Should I put you in timeout? Like, maybe it's an accident. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just. I don't know if it's an accident because you would have to type HI and then hit enter, and then you have to type HI again and hit enter. Snowing in Seattle. Snowing in Seattle. Sup, Jermaine? I see you ain't got on no shorts today. That cold air playing with you. I do have on shorts today. Every day, yo. Yeah, I just got them covered up right now because I'm charging my battery for my electric jacket. Yeah, it's funny. What else is going on? Okay. I made a video earlier this week talking about like 5 reasons why it's so hard to travel home, right? And I made this video after I came out with the Memphis video. And then after watching the video, I like felt really bad. Because like I didn't call anybody out in the video, but I just kind of felt bad about like uploading it. I kind of felt bad about like maybe I like shouldn't like say this, you know? And what I was talking about in the video was like real things, like about like, okay, one of the reasons were like just the weird questions that people ask you, the weird questions that people ask me when I travel back home that I never ever have to deal with if I'm anywhere else other than home. Like people will just ask like the most random questions, like where are you staying at? And it's like, why? No one like out here in California, like no one's gonna come up to me and be like, yo, where you staying at? Like no one's gonna ask me that. But when I go back home, it's always like, oh, where you staying? Are you staying at your mom's? Are you staying at your dad's? Are you staying with a friend? Are you staying with such and such? And it's just like, I don't know why people ask that question so much. I mean, maybe it's like a gossip question, like, oh, Jermaine's over here. He's staying with such and such. He's not staying over here. I don't know if that's the reason, but like, one of the questions in the video was random things, random questions people ask. What up, Alex? What's good? Another thing people ask is that I thought dude was just really annoying is like, how long are you gonna stay for? Oh my gosh, that is literally the most annoying question. And then also I was talking about sort of the stress of going home, where I'm only there for like a short amount of time, but I'm expected to do so much. I'm expected to go over here, and I'm expected to go over there, and I'm expected to do this, and I'm expected to do that. And if I go back home and if I stay somewhere, no one's gonna come visit me. Friends will come visit me. I might have a couple of cousins, but usually no one ever. If I like go like to my mom's house, right, and I say, yo, I'm at my mom's house, come visit me. I'm gonna be here the whole week, and I'm not going anywhere. Bet like people won't show up because it's like, oh, well, you were in town, you're supposed to come see me, you know, like little stuff like that. Alex, you get that video I sent you about how I sent Alex a video talking about how you can buy stuff for China, like you can order stuff from Chinese websites for so cheap. But then if I try to send like if I try to send like a little package from here, just going over to Oakland, they want to charge me like $15. But you mean to tell me I'm trying to send something from San Francisco to Oakland, and weighs 1 pound, and you want to charge me like $15 to ship it? But on the flip side, I could order something from a Chinese website, and it weighs 5 pounds, and it come with free shipping. And it's gotta come like oceans and boats and airplanes and stuff. And then this little package I want to send from San Francisco over to Oakland don't even need a boat or a truck. I mean, it could just go on a mail truck. So I was waiting for Alex to check this out on the fan, dude. Oh, you making money over there? I hear you. I hear you. The NFL playoffs about to be lit, bro. I don't even know what I don't even know what's going on in the football world. Super Bowl's coming up. I know that much. Have they said who's going? Not that I would even know, but if they say the Cowboys, like I know who the Cowboys are. Or if they say Green Bay Packers, I don't know. Hey Jermaine, I found your video on Passport Bro. It's very interesting. Do you think you will ever go traveling again? I don't know if I'm going to travel anytime soon. Especially the way I used to travel. I don't know. I really want to, but just I keep telling people like the world has changed. A lot of these Passport Bro folks, they started to travel after the pandemic. And a lot of places that they're going, they're saving a lot of money, but inflation has still hit a lot of countries hard. And flights are more expensive. Also, the Passport Bros, they're getting a lot of hate right now, and it's kind of funny, like the hate that they're getting, because it's like I thought these dudes was trash. But now they're getting all this hate. If you're getting hate, that means that you're probably doing something right. This is one reason why I kind of don't want to go back home to Tennessee. You know, I know your city has to be lit right now. San Francisco 49ers play this weekend. The tourists, whenever we have games like that, the tourists make the city lit. No joke. The tourists, and what I mean by the tourists, I'm not talking about the people that are going to stay in the tourist area. I'm talking about the people that live in the surrounding area. Folks that, take the train, come to the city. Those people make it lit. I remember a couple years ago, the Giants won, and the people took over the streets. I mean, people literally took over the streets, dude, and then the streets cleared up right after the last train going to the East Bay was leaving. That's when the streets kind of died down because a lot of folks had to take the train back over. Jermaine, what's your take on Tesla now? Still a bull, or are you a bear now? So the thing about Tesla is I still believe in the company. Interest rates are really screwing things over. And once again, I know a lot of people don't follow interest rates, but whenever they raise interest rates, it takes about 6 months for it to show. And last summer, they started to raise interest rates, and now you're starting to see a lot of cracks showing. You start to see a lot of things happen, right? And Tesla will be hurt. They will. Also, Ford and GM are going to be hurt more. It's just going to be hurt way more, dude. Because they don't have pricing power. If you decide to move to New York, you can stay with me. I will not stay with you, Lenny, because you're crazy. And I figured out who you are, by the way. I'm not going to really say how I did that. Because if I said how I did that, people would start to try to figure it out. But I know who you are, dude. So you can stop commenting if you want. Like, the veil has been taken over off of your eyes, so I know who you are now. But I definitely won't like come visit you in New York, and I know you don't live in New York. That's one thing I do know. And we'll just leave it at that. I mean, I'm not gonna block you, but you know, you say too many things in the comments that like you give yourself away, dude. Even if they're not true, you still give yourself away. Well, I don't want to call you out. Like, I know who you are. I don't want to call you out online because that would be doxing or something, right? So I can't, like, do that. But what I can say is, like, I've connected the dots and I know who you are, you know? So, yeah, you know who I am, but, like, I know who you are, too. I'm not just some, you know, dumb YouTuber. Like, you know, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. The DJI action 3's fire. Oh, that's dope. They are really high. You have to keep your balance, or it can be costly. Yeah, I'm still with Lori. Yeah, we're still like dating. Lori and I went to a crazy party last weekend, which I'm not gonna like talk about it. I can't like really say about it, but we went to an insane party. We had a blast. It wasn't like a drinking party. It wasn't like a drug party, but it was a gathering. It was a get together. It was like a meet and greet before, and a lot of other cool things happened. You know, a lot of food. Oh my gosh, so much food. Food was amazing. It wasn't a vegan thing because usually everything that Lori does it has to be vegan. You know, but it wasn't. It wasn't a vegan thing. So I ate a lot of hummus because that was one of the things I could eat there. That's because we have sick people in this world. Yes, I know. I really don't understand why people always troll the good YouTubers. Well, trolling people can actually be very, for the person that's trolling, it can actually be very entertaining. Because, what? Hmm? Uh, no, for people who are trolling folks online, it can be very entertaining because you can you get to see them react in a different way. And the people that are trolling sometimes get off on that. So like, if I'm online right now and Lenny starts to say something like really really negative about me, well, if he didn't say that, like I wouldn't react the same way, or maybe I wouldn't react at all, right? But I've actually taken. I spent some time like about 2 weeks ago talking to another YouTuber, like a bigger YouTuber, and he was explaining to me how to combat people like Lenny and how to combat, you know, trolls. And I'm not gonna really say what we went into because it's very basic, it's very simple. But that's why like I don't really trip about Lenny anymore. You know, like you know, in December I was, you know, I was trying to figure out who was trolling me and stuff like that, and I was trying to, you know, gather information, and I figured out. I've been able to connect the dots, like especially going out in the city and stuff. Like it's really easy to figure out, you know, who would be trolling, and I don't really care anymore. Like if you wanna call me Karen, call me Karen. But most of my subscribers are gonna know that like I'm not a Karen. You know, Lenny is someone in the chat that a couple weeks ago, Lenny was taking over the chat like crazy, talking about like, I don't care about poor people, and I don't care about veterans, and I don't care about automation, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, you got it right. Like, I do like automation. I want autonomous cars. I want an automated McDonald's. Like, yeah, I want these things. And to the people that are working these jobs, guess what? I want automation more than the people working the jobs. And once again, that automation is going to put me out of a job. So I'm not over here just, trying to, point fingers at folks. I'm talking about myself too, you know. Like, I like automation. I like new technology, bro. I don't want to be stuck, like, you know, back in the dinosaur ages. That's just kind of how I see it. Um, I don't know. I think that's Boo's way of trying to get me to get off stream. Yeah, but the thing is, Lenny, I don't really want to, I don't want to have a conversation about something that, like, that I don't want to really, like, have a debate about something that is coming. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, like, sit here and, like, talk about, oh, like, let's stop it. Like, I'm for it. That's the thing. And that doesn't, and it's kind of funny because, like, Lenny was calling me Trump supporter. Dude, most people, I was talking to someone in my family earlier this week, and they were asking me about Tesla, right? And since I didn't go along with the status quo, homeboy was trying to call me anti-environmentalist because that's what red people are. They don't really care that much about the environment. But then I went back and bust him out. Was like, bro, like Tesla is like all for the environment, right? And he was like, yeah. So I'm like, well, what you just said, like, don't even make sense because, like, I'm a huge Tesla fanboy, aka I'm for the environment. You over here trying to say that I'm not for the environment because I don't go along with your left cause. And he was like, oh, yeah, but you don't like the environment. And I'm like, bro, I just told you, like, I'm all about the environment. Why you think I ride an electric bicycle? You're the one that's driving the freaking Dodge Charger with a V8 engine in it, not me. you know? So it's like a lot of times people don't even know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to stuff like that. And Lenny was trying to say that I was some huge like Trump supporter too, and I bust Lenny out saying, "Bro, Trump supporters don't dress like this, and also Trump supporters don't give a fuck about automation either." And then Lenny had to drop that one. It's like when you realize like how fragile people are and they can't even like for real hold a conversation. It's like why even hold a conversation? You just don't, bro. You probably just watch like either what not Fox News but the other one, NBC. Freaking Lenny. Which country do you like in Africa? My favorite one is South Africa. But if I went back to the continent, you know what I would do? I would go to a country in Africa and I wouldn't tell people what country I was in. Like straight up, no cap. I would go somewhere and I would straight film things that like you couldn't figure out what country it was in. Like it would all be nature style videos. And I would just be blasting like, yo, I'm in Africa, I'm over here, look at these trees, look at these, look at that, look at this. And then I wouldn't tell people where I'm at. Like for real, that's what I would do. Like that's kind of the travel I'm on now because I see the way that the passport bros are going. Dude, the passport bros, they're gonna. I'm sorry to say they're gonna have some serious problems soon. They're gonna have some serious problems because the thing is, if you leave America and you don't like to be with American, these are men leaving America and they don't like to be with American. I don't want to say that what they don't want to be with. But if you don't want to be with people in the US, you should not go to another country and talk about how you don't want to be with the such and such in America, right? You should never do that. Like, and that's what they're doing big time. So what's going to happen with them? They're going to have a lot of these like woke liberals. They're going to come and basically the same thing that happened to Andrew Tate. They're going to do the same thing to the passport bros. I mean, this is just my guess is what's going to happen because the dude in Brazil, he has a lot of people hating him right now, and that's why he ran off and went to Thailand. He's gonna have the same problem in Thailand. And the thing about Brazil, I don't get this, bro. Black men, if y'all trying to go to Brazil, y'all need to be careful because not even Brazil or South America, bro. They will kill you so fast in South America. Look at all the countries I've been to in the world, and why you think I've only been to one country in South America? one country, bro, Colombia. Bro, them folks down there, they don't care about stabbing folks to death. Like, some of the worst stabbing videos have come from, like, South America. So when I hear all these dudes saying, let's go to Brazil, I'm like, Brazil, dude? Brazil is expensive. Like, they think their infrastructure is not that great. Like, I've never been to Brazil, but, like, I've done research before going. Crime is off the chain, bro. Like, in Bangkok, you can walk down the street at night. As a tourist, like, you good. You don't want to be doing that in Brazil, dude. No, you don't. Brazil is a rough country, dude. Man, it's a very rough country. And then they all like these thick women that are light skinned. I'm like, bro, y'all so country, dude. And another thing about Brazil, the biggest thing about Brazil, I do not hear enough passport bros talking about. Majority of people don't speak English there. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, for what are you doing? You're going to another country and you can barely even talk to them. It kind of looks like that you're going down there for bad reasons. You know, it kind of like you want a thick girl that bad. Why won't you keep sleep with a skinny chick, bro? Like, for why don't you try that out since y'all already smashed all the big girls in the U.S. You know, I don't get it. Like, but also they're younger. I think Austin is like 24 years old. I feel really bad for him. I feel really bad for him because I mean, he's a good person, but he's bashing his own country, and that's what you don't want to do. You do not want to bash your own country. Like, I hang out with a lot of people in California. That's the only thing they do is bash their country. But I can deal with them because I know that most of these people don't even have a passport, and that most of these folks haven't even traveled, so they don't really exactly know what's going on. But to leave your country and bash it and talk about, oh, I don't like to date such and such back home in my country. What do you think those women are listening to in the new country that you're in? They're listening to the same thing that you said about your old country. And this is why I don't think the passport bros that movement will never die because it's been going on way before Black YouTube started talking about it. Like, it's been going on a minute, dude. Like, decades. Like, ever since airplanes have been around, you know, dudes been going to other countries, meeting other folks because cultural differences are freaking amazing. That you go to one place and like no one pays you any attention, right? But then you go to a next place and you're just getting way more attention, right? Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing they should do, they should not talk about the non-males in America. That's what they should not talk about. I would go on to say this, because I've been hearing a particular YouTuber talk about this. Just, if you're an American male, just don't talk about the other species in America. Just don't talk about it. Because if you don't talk about them, they can't come after you because you're not talking about them. You know, ever since KS died, so many people are trying to like be him. You can't be him, yo. Like, you can't be him, dude. You just can't. Like, you can't be him. Like, you can't. Like, it's just not gonna work. I don't even know why you want to. That's a no. Yeah, I think it is. It's horrible that they do that. You know, two-sided. But then I don't know. The whole game that they're playing is. It's not. I don't want to necessarily say it's a game, but what they're doing is like. There's so many levels to it. You know, there's so many levels to it. Like, maybe you're actually going to find an actual partner, but maybe you're just going to like have a holiday for 2 weeks. Yeah. What's poppin', Jermaine? I don't know. I'm just kind of hanging out, chilling. Did not think I would stream for 40 minutes. True, if you put out a lot of negative. True, if you put a lot of negative energy out there, it doesn't end for you very well. Another thing I feel like Austin, he really messed up is he really made it seem like that Brazilian, non-male Brazilians were easy. That's basically what he made it seem like. I know maybe he didn't want to put it out there that way, but that's what he made it seem like. You should never do that, yo. You should never do that, dude. Like, that is a big no-no. People from that country are not gonna like that. They are not gonna like that at all, especially when it gets translated to their language. Because once again, a lot of people in Brazil don't speak English. So it's gonna have to be translated, and the translator may translate it a little bit different. They may translate it and exaggerate on what you just said. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I would say probably the best thing to do is just go travel and don't bring up the conversation. Like don't say, oh, back home they do it this way and over here they do it like. I would say don't even talk about that. Just show the place that you're in, right? Maybe don't go up and interview people. That's I think that there's gonna be laws passed in the future where like you're gonna have to have a permit to like make YouTube videos in countries. Like I think that that's coming, not tomorrow, but I think that that might come in the future. Because interviewing people is not the same as making a vlog. I've went to countries and I've made vlogs. Like I've showed where I'm going, right? I've showed a walk. I've showed this is my food. But I've never really interviewed people. And people have always tried to get me, yo, you should go interview locals. And when you start to interview people, you're crossing over into journalism category, right? And in some countries, you can get tripped up with that. I don't think you can in South America, if I'm not mistaken. But some countries don't like that. They're like, if you're gonna do journalism work, you need to have a journalism visa, and that costs more. That ain't a tourist visa, So I think that countries in the future they will be, like it's gonna be a thing in the future. I mean, not anytime soon because they still want people to come and spend money. I would imagine that since Austin left Brazil, there's probably gonna be less. There's probably gonna be like maybe a few less black guys going to Brazil. But Brazil was, I don't know, it's not really a country high on my list. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Brazil is like that. Brazil is a wild country. I hope they ban negative music, period. That would be a good one. Okay, so I am going to get ready to get off here. So I was just gonna do a quick video, just talking about some things. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of want to talk about that whole Austin Holloman situation. And how like I think he messed up things really bad. I'm getting off in a second. Yeah. But anyway, I love all of y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. And peace out, yo. Wow, my hoodie is like so faded. Alright, see y'all later. Bye bye.